comes the guy. Yep, let him have it. Yeah, they preserved the gun as well, which is quite cool. Hello everyone, and welcome to this day 3 of USA vs Germany. Today we are on the assault in Martinville Bridge. So this is a hedgerow urban area similar to the last one. There is also something else that I'm going to do a bit differently in this episode, and I'll do it in the end, but it's simply an acknowledgement of comments because the subscriber count is actually at 225. So yeah, I'll do that at the end of this video. So for this round, I'm actually packing as light as I can because I don't want the enemy to, I don't want to cause the enemy to bring armor. There's a reason for that. If I go up against a Panzer III, my tank, my M3 Lee, can take some strain. So I actually had some time to look at American equipment, and I discovered Mr. Browning, Mr. John Browning, the inventor of the famous Browning M1917A1 machine gun. This machine gun is quite extraordinary. It was used, or earlier variant was used in a form in World War I, and during the demonstration, Mr. Browning shot this gun for 20,000 rounds for 48 minutes to demonstrate its capability. This machine gun has got great reliability. That's what it's noted for. So that's just a caveat about Mr. Browning, and he's also a gun savant. So you find individuals like this. If you're talking about Finland, you've got Aimolati, behind the scenes individuals that changed the course of history in the case for Finland. Anyway, so I've got a Browning, we've got our rifle squad, and I've loaded a couple of them with MG34s and MG42s. We bring in our own MG34. I've brought an engineer just in case my assault turns into a defense. 3 supply crates, largely for the mortars. A tank gun, just to hold our mobile position. And there's the 60mm mortar and our M3 Lee. So these are quite cool tanks. This tank was in service for approximately 15 years. It's got a 75mm gun on it. I think it's called the M2, although I need to get familiar with American notation for their guns. Oh, M5, my mistake. Oh, that's the 37mm M5, and the bigger gun is the M2. That's what I was referring to. The 75mm M2 L31, which is probably a derivative of the, and don't quote me on this, but a derivative of the French 75, given it was prolific in American warfare in the early war period, and the caliber is L31. So I'm sure there's some French 75 DNA in there somewhere. And then for fun, we've got 3 30 cal M1919A4. So enough waffling, let me get on the mission. Actually, nearly forgot. I need a scout car. There we go. All right, let's get going. All right, let's spawn in. Let's just have a look at the map here. Oh wow, I'm getting Austrian vibes from this map. I want to make a play for point A, obviously, because it's the closest. The hill here. This is a nice open area. This little hilltop right here. I think what I'm going to do is run very quickly to this position and intercept everybody coming in from the northwest and park my tank here and set up shop here. So I'm going to make a play for this little hilltop quickly. Okay, team 1, get down. I'm not going to get too close. I'm concerned there might be a tank gun there. So I'm just going to keep the armor a bit back. Let's get the Lee up a bit closer. Park it behind the wall. This is their position. I'll bring in an officer in a moment to do some scouting. I'm going to get some guys dug in. We are close to the position, so we will attract maybe some of the edges of the waves, simply to handle anything that comes our way while we transition everyone across. Okay, I'm just going to put the AT gun here in prep for anything that comes from the northeast or the northwest. So this is a good position. I want to find a bush. Okay, there. All the bushes are taken. Really? Oh, there's one. Okay, we'll stick. Oh, one other thing that I failed to do. Okay, sorry. I just want to tend to foxhole DTM. So I just need to change everyone to use different guns because I've given nice weaponry to all of these men. You've got an MG42 and he's not using it. Get going. Who else has got guns? There's only a tedious thing about this collecting guns is you need to manually arm them. It's fine. It's just a little bit of extra work. Well, that didn't sound good. Basically sitting on top of the point. So this is actually... Wow, that's a lot of infantry. Let's see if they've got any placements. Yeah, there's probably a Lafette, a MG35. Let's have a look here. Oh, no. Ooh, no, that's not a Lafette. This is a 2cm Flakvierling 36. So that quad AA gun. That is very dangerous. And the range is 150 meters, which is good for us. Just means we can't get too close. We have to outrange it. That's why I've got the 75 on here. That's right, you do the hard work. So the good thing is we're going to drain the spot, killing these guys passively, and it's going to bring in more units. So we've effectively turned this into a defense mission, which is kind of nice and convenient because we're right there, basically. So now, this is where the Mr. Mortar comes in quite handy. I'm just going to bring the machine gun up here, stick it in the bush. I wonder if we can get a mortar. What is the mortar range? Should be 140. Okay, yeah, that's... but what we can do is go behind a bush and... Sorry, behind a building and hop more shells over that position. So what I'm going to do is... I think I'm going to sneak some men over here from this angle out of range of that and drop some mortars on that AA gun to help build this situation. What have we got? A rifle? Yeah, and he's got smoke. So that's what I'm actually after. I'm going to separately group this team into team 3. Try to get these guys behind these fortifications here. Okay, let's get that mortar team up. Here comes the guy. Yep, let him have it. Here comes the vehicle. And we've got our tank gun. Oh no, not that one. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh crap, I revealed my position. I want to look at it, but I also don't want to lose anything. Okay, there we go. I took some guys out. That's a Panzer III, I think. Oh, that's the French. What is that? Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. 3.7 gun. Oh, the mortar. Get them in the bush. Oh, okay. Hold on. We got a situation here. We got a scout car. Give me a... Okay. Team 3 drop some smoke. Okay, we've lost a guy already. Uh-oh. Okay, deploy that mortar. Get going. Yeah, go wild. Let's get a medic there to help. Okay, they're dropping some mortars on that position. How far can we reach? I'm going to try to exploit the edge. There we go. So I'm shooting an object in the foreground, just within range, but it'll miss and hit the thing behind is where the AA gun is. That's the hope. Let's get our officer to check that out. Trying to find this AA gun. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Here comes another AA gun. Come on, Lee. Get behind. Oh, this isn't very hard. This is a terrible idea. Okay, that remains to be seen. Sorry, I'm trying to get my keys sorted. Oh, here comes another one. Thank you. You know what, actually? We could, I think, get the Lee there. Let's go. Should have done this sooner. Okay, that AA gun can't get us. Although I don't necessarily enjoy having a tank so exposed. Who's alive? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we lost one guy. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Just gonna move the mortar team up now that we've got some breathing room. Okay. Just gonna drive. Yeah, yeah. Nearly. Another one. There we go. Okay. Let's get the tank in and hold that. Okay, there's a tank gun there. I have to move right now. So you cannot see it. It's off screen to the top right of point B. It's busy shooting at me. This is fine. Good enough. Yeah, there's a tank gun there. That is a 3.7. Totally okay. Okay, so the Lees, the M3 Lee, which we've got here, and you'll see it with the Stuart as well. So why I'm bringing this up, because I skipped the Stuart altogether because I had a bad experience with one of them. I took a shell in the face and the whole tank just exploded. And I checked the Lee as well. I've seen a Lee explode, and what's actually happening is, if you think about the Panzers and the German tanks, they typically have the ammo on the sides and the sponsons, and then you've got the Soviets. They tend to sit on top of the ammo, so the ammo is buried underneath them. The Lee and the Stuart, if I look at a schematic in the editor, the ammo is actually on the lower third and right here. So if this tank takes a shell over here or here perpendicular, it can trigger the ammo cook-off and an explosion. Now this is got 50 mils on the front. That's less likely from a 3.7 puck, assuming it doesn't shoot APCR and accidentally spark anything. But for the Stuart, if it takes a shot to the face, it will, well, this has been my anecdotal experience, it will blow up as it did with me. I just thought mention why I skipped the Stuart altogether and check what's going on at point B. My binoculars on here. Okay. Puck, probably a MG34. Yep, there we go. And MG34. No biggie. It's 160 meters. Yep. Should be able to outrange it. Maybe not. What about the 75? Oh yes, the 75 can sort this out. We will outrange the puck. Yeah, he's making a go at it. So we'll outrange him. Ooh. Yeah, that's a ricochet for sure. Yeah. We preserved the gun as well, which is quite cool. Yeah, he has no chance. Okay, never mind. We didn't. We lost the 43. The puck. The puck is no longer around. I do hear something loading though. Get the officer here and see what else is going on at that point. Yeah, I thought I heard loading. There it is. It is another. Okay, that's a 4.7. This now is a problem. This can have an effect on the Lee. I just have to be careful of this. What do I... Just keep the binoculars on there. Where's team 3? How many smoke grenades you got left, friend? I'm gonna run these guys up. Let me drive. Okay. Just get down here. There we go. As I said, the 4.7, it can, I'm speculating it can hurt. 47mm round. Armor at best is 50 mils, and they're German, so they've probably got APCR rounds in there at close range, so hence the caution. I just got this tank. I don't want to lose it. Okay. I'm gonna sneak the guys up and drop a grenade on this cannon. Okay, we should get in. Hold on. Get down. I need you to... No. Okay. Chuck a grenade. Just in the corner. That's all. There we go. That's right. No. Okay, he's let go. So they're not going to arm that tank gun. Just keeping an eye on the map as well. Making sure they don't... Okay, they've rearmed the gun. Okay, no, he's trying to repair it. Alright, the gun is secured. Okay. That's a lot of work for something small. We can use a 4.7 if we don't sell it. And are we capturing the point? Yes, we are. Cool, mission done. So I'm going to sneak around and go and collect items off the field. I'll be back now. Alright, the salvaging has been done. I got a... was this a KPFW 35T? This is... but it's actually Czechoslovakia after double checking online. I was mistaken. I'll probably sell that. I don't really need it. We got this, but we can't capture it because it's on its side. But I did take the machine gun and the ammunitions out and pretty much armed my men. Nearly everyone's got an MG34, MG42 or a bar. And then this is the thing that caused such a problem. And why I was so careful about it, because it can do the following, if I can get it ready. So it's got 80 rounds in it. That's a lot of ammo for a gun like that. So that can keep going and going. And this will be very handy during the defenses. So we'll actually keep this thing. We got the... Where's that cannon? This was also causing a bit of a problem. There it is. So this is the 4.7 puck 4.7. Let's have a look at the ammo. I think it's got APCR shells. Yeah, the APC HE. And then, oh, it doesn't have APCR. All right, let me stop waffling and I'll wrap it up. Right, I took 7 losses, but we rezzed 4 of the soldiers, so not bad. And that was quite a fun map. Units. The 37mm gun, I did leave it on autopilot at one point, so it got some infantry kills. We used it to take out, how many tanks? I think 2 or 3. I cannot account for the other 4, so I don't know. But one of the commenters kindly added that these scores are apparently persist. In other words, these are scores forever. In other words, from day 1, 2, 3. So they keep adding up accumulatively, which is partly why we got, usually in the Finland campaign, you saw insanely high scores. So it's an accumulative count, and it's plausible. It makes sense. So I'll keep an eye on it, but that's not bad. That's fine. That's pretty cool. It's like a running scoreboard of each unit. The mortar did a lot of heavy lifting there in that round just to clear out, particularly that quad 20mm autocannon. Then our rifleman did a lot of work, our team 3, pushing the line, trying to get to the position, dropping smoke. And then the M3 Lee just providing support for our infantry. In real battle, tanks are a boon for infantry, and it goes a long way to help infantry out. To be an infantryman and not have tank support, that can be quite grueling. Then our rifleman, 130%, and then the drop off. Yeah, so I wonder what happened here. It's probably when I split them up. Oh, our riflemen in general, actually. So I'm going to quickly grab some comments, and I'll address some of the comments. Alright, so for those who've made it this far, thank you very much. I'm just going to go through some of those comments and just acknowledge them. So I think I'm sitting at 225 subscribers. Thank you all very, very much for subscribing. I had no expectations when I started uploading videos in late December. So it was really a concession. It was for a person who enjoys these sorts of experiences, but can't necessarily play World War II games on their own. This game is quite complicated, so it's a bit much for them to play it. So that was the rationale for starting the channel. But in the process, more people started to hop on, so I wasn't prepared for subscribers and this sort of thing. So bear with me if I seem a bit clumsy about it. So I thought the nicest thing I can do is just acknowledge some of the comments I've received. So XMJM0014X, you should try Conquest Enhanced. It's tough, but I feel like you would do well in it. And I appreciate that. Thank you. I actually do have Conquest Enhanced mod on my install. I just haven't played it for a very long time. I think I played day 2 and then I put it down because largely I was still learning the game. And for those who don't know, Conquest Enhanced is an intense version of Ostfront. So it's like Conquest, but many more units. It's much more volatile. This whole idea of I only lost 1 or 2 soldiers, you can largely kiss that goodbye. You're going to take losses, and it is frantic. I haven't gotten around back to it. I'm still checking out the other nations. I will get to it in time. Yeah, get to it. So thank you for your comment, XMJ. Thank you. This was Knarks from Bavaria. Thank you very much for the comment. He's referring to the Conquest Day 1 tutorial that I did so long ago. So I appreciate the comment. Yeah, it's always nice to receive comments like that. It's just an acknowledgement to the Bavarians. Surprisingly, if you look at the demographics of the channel, there's a lot of people, especially from North America, who watch this, and Sweden, and Germany, and the UK, and Bavaria. So thank you very much, Knarks, for the acknowledgement. This is Skyripper, the bird. Hello from Sweden. Hello, Skyripper. I like your way of playing. You're making good decisions. Don't rush straight into the assault. You methodically let it happen and react to the situations that occur. Always had a soft spot for Finland. So nice to see someone playing them as without acting like they're Finnish speaking Soviets. Keep it up. You earned a subscriber. Thank you, Skyripper. I like Finland too. So when I started playing Finland, I knew very little about the Finnish Winter War. And by the time I was done, I have a soft spot for them as well. Aimo Lahti, for anyone who doesn't know, is a Finnish weapons designer. He's a bit like a Finnish Browning. He's a gun savant. He taught himself how to make and repair and modify guns. He made the 20 ITK 40 VKT and the original 20mm tank gun from Finland. So he did immense work, and he helped the Finnish develop their Finnish domestic arms industry when Finland was largely dependent on external partners to provide the weapons. There is, although I don't necessarily like or enjoy going into politics, but there are parallels to Finland and Ukraine in the modern era. Big nation coming down on a small one in a pretty ugly way. Unfortunately, Finland found themselves in that situation, and in that era, nobody came to really help Finland. Finland had to defend for itself, and they did an excellent job. But I've exceeded my time, so let me carry on. So thank you, Skyripper. Bear with me while I try to pronounce your name. Yippee-ki-yay. I just find your channel and I think you're cool. Actually, you're smart when playing, unlike some YouTubers that just play goofy and get mad and bad them when things make them for being goofy, and I like the subtle editing. Thank you. I appreciate that, Yippee-ki-yay. Perfection, wish they fixed the mine replenishment cost. They're just too expensive on the ammo. Bra7895. So Bra7895, he's mentioned, commented a couple of times, and he is referring to the engineering truck and the replenishment cost. So if you deplete an engineering truck, it costs an enormous amount of ammo to replace it, and the solution is to sell it, take a very small hit on your manpower points, and buy a new one. And that's what he's referring to. Also, there's a segment in the French 75 video for your where to shoot tanks, by the way. In that video, I talk about how to shoot Soviet and Panzer tanks in an approximate way. So there's some information there for you if you haven't seen it. So that is a small acknowledgement on the comments, and just thought it would be a little interesting thing to do given the subscriber count has gotten so big. The video's gone on a lot longer because of it, but I wasn't going to do a whole separate video. I think that would be a very assumptuous thing to do, so I just thought I'd do it at the end of the video. So thank you everyone for the comments, the views, the engagement, and the subs. I really appreciate it. It's been an interesting 3 months, the YouTube experience, and very new for me. But I'm glad people are enjoying it. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon for day 4. Cheers.